9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Happy Monday, everybody. This is your timeless elite, your PR princess, Stone Cold Courtney, whatever you want to call me. On this Monday here on WWT, we had so much happening. We had AAA, we had Emergence with TNA. So much is happening, and we're on the road to Clash in Paris. We're on the road to Forbidden Door, so there's lots of wrestling happening. But I am not doing this alone. I am happy she is making her return on WWT. You did see her in the watch along for AAA. You may have seen her do live streams for WoW and recently LFG. So she does play a huge role in WWT. And have to give a shout out to Christina.
Hello, an emerging role in WWT.
How are you?
Doing good. It's quite hot to have my air conditioning, which is why I'm all bundled up.
Well, it's really interesting because I'm in the East Coast and we're going to be experiencing rain in the next couple days.
Really? Oh gosh. I don't think we're going to have rain in the next 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be getting a lot of rain in the East Coast the next couple days. So it was hot one weekend, but now it's going to be rainy. So
hey, special
little. Just got to live with the weather. But happy Monday. Just want to see you in the chat. Hi, Eric Isaac. Thank you, guys. Special little nobodies. It is a busy Monday. And as we mentioned, we're just going to jump right in. TNA Emergence that happened in Charm City, Baltimore, Maryland. That happened over the weekend. And also, Christina, I know you mentioned you did see highlights of it, but what would you think of the event overall for TNA Emergence?
Yeah. Overall, I thought it was good. Overall. I'm still. So I like TNA, but I'm still just trying to get into it. So I would say it was a good 6.5, 7.
Well, that's for you. Well, that's okay because that's okay because a lot of people watch TNA, but just wanted to go through over a few highlights that happened. We kicked off with an amazing X Division Championship match between Leon Slater and Cedric Alexander that really got the crowd on their feet. And congratulations to Leon Slater for retaining the X Division Championship match. Great way to kick off and get the fans on their feet. Of course, we have to shout out to the ladies because we had a fatal 4-way match for the TNA Knockouts Championship match. Ash by Elegance were defending their titles against the Inspiration, Fatal Influence, and Lei Ying Lee and Zaya Brookside. And I wanted to throw it in there that Lee has received an extension for TNA during Emergence. So wanted to give a shout out and congratulations to her. Oh, it's always good seeing the ladies. And it was very interesting because there was almost every single person in the corner. We had the Concierge with Ash by Elegance. We had Mara Charday backing up the Inspiration. Masha Slamovich, of course, backing up Lee and Zaya Brookside. And obviously, you had JC Jane backing up Fatal Influence, Fallon Henley, and Jasmine Nix. But it was a really fun match with all these ladies happening. Obviously, of course, Ash by Elegance retained the belt. And it's kind of crazy because tomorrow at NXT, all 3 members of Fatal Influence will be facing off against all 3 members of Ash by Elegance. And Christina, I just want to get your quick thoughts because where do we go next from here? Because all 6 of these ladies are no strangers to each other.
Right. Gosh, where do we go from here? I always look forward to the different people crossing over. Gosh, I don't know. I feel like they always keep me on my toes, to be honest. Gosh, I don't know.
Keep you on your toes. Well, it's going to be very interesting tomorrow because obviously we know JC Jane is going to be defending her title this weekend, obviously against Masha Slamovich and Ash by Elegance. she will be defending that. So I do think it's going to provide a little bit of a layer. And also in our news that we had later on, we found out Masha Slamovich will be the guest referee for their match tomorrow night in Philadelphia. So that's going to be another level of chaos to that match as well.
Well, I'm excited for this. We need to do like a Courtney. You need to do like a PowerPoint. Me and TK were saying of like AEW, potentially TNA.
Oh my god!
Just to like catch us up until right now.
Catch us up until that could be a special edition of a PowerPoint, because I know a lot of times it's very hard because I try to keep up on TNA on socials. So hard to do, but you know that's something we could do in a later on. Bosa, to my knowledge, this was the first defense since we found out all three members of the Elegance brand are the TNA Knockout Champions. This was Heather and Maggie defending. Yes, because they're taking advantage of the free bird rule that actually happened right before Emergence. And hey, Lewis Johnson, thank you for joining. But congratulations to Ash by Elegance, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night when they face off against all three members of Fatal Influence. And well, I put this match in there. So Steve Macklin had his international. Yeah, I know. Steve Macklin retained against Jake something. But the interesting part about this was Frankie Zakarian was at ringside doing commentary. And I think the commentary team was so annoyed by him because I guess nobody likes him. They find him annoying. But after the match, it looked like Steve Macklin wants to give Frankie Kazarian a shot, because I thought at least they were going to meet, but it looks like Frankie Kazarian kind of backed out. But I do see potential in these two. Obviously, of course, Frankie Kazarian has been in TNA from the very beginning. He's one of the originals. He helped out with the X Division, had memorable feuds with AJ Styles and also Christopher Daniels, along with many others. And I think
he's like the main one that I remember whenever I would watch TNA. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Frankie Kazarian. And Christina, I wanted to ask you this quick question on, do you see a possible match between Steve Macklin and Frankie Kazarian?
I hope so. I always like watching Frankie, and I feel like both of them put on really good matches. So yeah, I hope so.
I hope so too, and especially with the fact this is Deonna Purrazzo's husband, so that's also an added bonus too. But congratulations to Steve. I think we're going to see a lot of these two cross paths with each other because, like I said, Frankie Kazarian had a lot to say. And even if we're not going to get Frankie versus AJ, at least I can still.
We might.
I don't. Hopefully.
We might.
I hope so. Because
I hope.
they had some pretty nasty.
With all these crossovers, I feel like it's possible.
Well, we shall see on that. I don't want to lose. I don't want to say it's not going to happen, but I just hope so. It does. Also, I mean, the Hardys.
How can you not like the Hardys?
The Hardys, they defended the TNA World Tag Team titles against the Rascals. It was a really good match. The Hardys are showing why they are one of the best and most influential tag teams on the planet right now. Definitely potential right there. And as usual, the Hardys retain their belts, but also after the match, definitely showed a lot of mutual respect between both of these teams. And also it kind of prepares them for their match against Team 3D at Bound for Glory. Now, Christina.
All right.
I know how long have you been a fan of the Hardys? How long?
Gosh, probably for many a moons.
Okay. Well, and also as a Hardy fan myself, because I'm a diehard fan, what do you think is going to be next for Matt and Jeff? Because they already defended against the Rascals. Obviously, they took the titles away from the Nemeths, and they had the big ladder match at Slammiversary. So what is next for them while they get ready for their big match at Bound for Glory? What is next for them?
Gosh, I don't know. I feel like they're the kind of tag team that, like, I love seeing them win, and I love seeing them on top. And I know, like, people can't stay on top forever as much as it's like they're like my how I feel about them is like how I feel about Rhea Ripley. It's like you can just keep keep winning, and it's fine. But I know you can't always win. You can't always stay on top. So, I mean, I hope they retain for at least till the end of the year. I'm not ready for them to lose.
I hope so.
Makes me so happy. They just make me so happy.
I hope so as well. I mean, being a fan of the Hardys for that many years, I mean, of course they're going to be on top, even without the belts. They're still popular.
Even without the top
belts, you can't do wrong with that. But I'm really happy.
They had like a little crossover with like, I don't know, maybe if they like NXT, if they like helped manage some people. I don't know.
I know it would be nice if they did some crossover with NXT, and also with the fact too. Another fact too. Not only they are the TNA Tag Team Champions, they're also the Fourth Rope Tag Team Champions. If you don't know a little bit, Fourth Rope is owned by Westside Gunn and Smoke SZA. So it's a wrestling promotion that combines both wrestling and hip hop in it. So of course it's going to be a draw to the Hardys as well. I know they're getting ready for a few matches that are coming up on Fourth Rope, which does get an opportunity. But I wouldn't mind seeing a crossover within TNA. So, and Maria, I know everybody's kind of down on on T3D and Matt and Jeff considering the age, but just happens because usually sometimes if it doesn't look on paper, it usually is the best match. So I'm hoping they put on a solid, good match between.
Bless them, and I hope no one gets injured. Bless all of them.
Yes, bless all of them. But congratulations to Matt and Jeff on retaining the belts at the TNA Tag Team title belts. And we have had also an appearance because we are in Charm City with Baltimore.
Third appearance.
And just a little bit right before the main event happened, we did get an appearance from First Class and the System, because obviously First Class, someone has association with Trick Williams, and also with the System. Obviously they're associated with Moose. So we did have an addition of First Class Penthouse happening. But also we did get an appearance by the Ravens mascot. And yes, Rosa, you can tell it is football season. And thankfully Honey's not here because Honey is a Steelers fan. So I'm happy she didn't see
Honey
this.
will have some things to say. Honey will
She will, but it's always nice to see the mascot in there because it looked like AJ. It looked like AJ was gonna step up to the mascot, but thankfully the System came in and slap delivered by Alicia Edwards onto AJ Francis. But
oh goodness,
I just wanted to put that photo in there, and then obviously, of course, we had the main event between Trick Williams and Moose.
Too bad also TK is not here.
I know. I was gonna ask.
Did she put this picture up?
That was me.
Oh, that was you.
That was me because I was like, I knew because I was like, he's the champ. I mean, we gotta talk about him. He's the
I was
champ.
like, that looks like TK's phone screensaver.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, putting TK's business out there.
Wow. Well, Trick Williams retained the TNA World Heavyweight title against Moose in the main event. Obviously, of course, this was in front of Moose's hometown where we saw his mother, his siblings, his nieces, nephews, his high school friends, his family and friends. Everybody came out to see him.
His church friends.
Yes. It was like everybody came out to see Moose. It was a really good homecoming. Was like Christina good one.
No shade. That was no jokes or no shade. Look at him.
I mean, you can't deny his physique. He's putting work in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
He's putting in the work. I mean, you can't deny him for that. But
yeah, it's not like yeah. Let's. I was gonna say
what do you?
Moose's congregation. Everyone was there.
Yes. And also, since Trick retained, what do you think is next for Trick? Because obviously, of course, you know, he's having the summer of his life.
He's having what's in? I want to see his contract. What is in his contract?
He's being the champion of TNA, and I just want to ask you a quick question. What do you think is next for Trick Williams?
Shut up. Is he just gonna go? He's gonna pull a Mercedes Monet maybe and just start collecting belts. I'm not sure. I feel like, gosh, I feel like I like him on TNA. He just like is dominating everything, and he's just so likable. I feel like. I want him. I don't know. I want him to do another. I actually would like to see him do another crossover. I don't know where, and I don't know who, but I just want him to be like the collecting belts would be nice.
You want him to collect the belts.
Or like James said, main roster might be time.
Yeah, James and both to say the same thing with the main roster, because usually once the minute he drops that belt, he should go up to the main roster. I am happy he is getting an opportunity to cross over to TNA and working with veterans who've been in the ring and just learning, getting his charisma back, his confidence back. And also even TNA fans are saying, whoop that trick. I don't know if people notice that, but they are chanting. It just feels weird because on NXT, when they chant it, Booker will always be like, that's the champ right there. There he would always put his little ad libs in there. But Trick is doing the work.
Let's have a AAA run, actually.
Ooh, we're going to be talking about AAA. So we're going to be talking about AAA shortly, speaking of. But congratulations again to Trick Williams. We know tomorrow night he'll be facing off against Javon Evans, where the winner will be facing off against Obafemi at Heatwave this weekend in Philadelphia. So sending off congratulations to him. That covers TNA Emergence. And we could just jump right into AAA. That happened. I just like this photo because this is one of my favorite photos from.
Spoiler alert, we got a lot of people coming in and having a guest appearance on AAA. As we can see from the photo, Otis was a nice surprise. And gosh, I forgot the wrestler's name, but they are a big hit in AAA. I must say, there was a big crowd.
This is actually one of my favorite photos, but we did see Otis back during, I think it was kind of like a Royal Rumble match for them, but Otis was not the only person who made his return. We got to see the return of, hold on.
Hiya,
Omos.
Almost. I was here for him. However, I don't know how I felt about his win. I don't know how I felt about his win. I did like the little the going up against Microman. I did like the pop for both of them. I don't know if I want to see them go against each other. I don't know if I want to see them in a tag team. I don't know what I want to see, but I want them to collaborate in some manner.
I know it was very surprising, and I think we talked about this a couple months too when they did it the first time. WWE and AAA had their own PLE because we were saying with Omos, and I think Will said this too on him going to AAA. It's a possibility to him to go down to AAA and see it.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
I wouldn't be mad at either.
Promotions.
Yeah.
With the WWE Espanol, and so I'm like, actually, I kind of like him over there. The stand-up of the century.
And also, they want to make him a main attraction. Pretty much, he's kind of a main attraction in a way. And it was very interesting to see him with Microman because I was like, oh boy. I could see them maybe as a tag team aligning together because
oh my god,
a lot of social hits. It's getting a lot of social hits. But he ended up being the winner of the.
He ended up winning, which I don't know how I feel about. Yes. This was the only match where I was like, I wanted to go to someone from AAA. I was really hoping to go for some from AAA. Not mad at Omos. Hope we continue to see him, but this one was like the only one where I was like, I don't know.
I know you had a reaction on our watch along this past weekend. It was you, TK, and Ced made an appearance too because obviously, of course, we're going to talk about this next because his client, Lil Device.
Client was a part of the show.
His client, Lil Device, was in action with Nino Hamburgueno and Mr. Iguana. And it was a 6-person tag match. You see the Judgment Day coming out. You know, they came out with a new theme. I don't know what, but when somebody posted on social when they came out, the Judgment Day, they said it was giving WCW vibes.
Really?
Yeah, it was just, I guess the way that they were dressed and even Roxanne, like when they came out, it was kind of like somebody said on socials, it was like WCW.
Okay. Not bad, not bad.
It's not a bad comparison, but I thought it was really interesting to see. But yes, we did get to see. You got to see his client, Lil Device, in action. Who actually got a good, yes, but this was actually one of my favorite photos that I loved. This photo right here.
Oh my god, this actually was the catalyst for me bugging TK for a WWT puppet. We need a WWT puppet. The second standoff of the century actually was Layeska versus Di Manito, is what they were calling him.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't see this coming.
I don't think anybody did, but when he brought up the demon puppet, I was like, oh my god, the demon puppet.
However, did you see how much they're charging on WWE?
Yeah, $100
for this gosh darn puppet. 100 smackaroos. US dollars.
I really want that puppet, but I'm not paying $100 for that puppet.
We might be able to make it. I don't know if we get like a little we might have. You know what I want to do? I want to get a iguana puppet, and then I want to make like demon iguana.
Oh, that would be really good.
Let me get my creative juices, and I might be able to.
Oh my god! There you have it. This is where the puppets.
That I would pay. I would pay $100 for demon iguana. But not just
demon iguana. Well, this is one of my favorite highlights from AAA this weekend. It was so good, and congratulations to the Judgment Day. Miss Raquel Rodriguez got the pin over Lola Vice, and it just continues the Judgment Day's momentum. Not gonna lie there, but Lola Vice had a good showing. She had a good showing tonight. She will be. I mean, this weekend she's got a big match coming up. She's gonna be part of Heatwave because she's in that #1 contender spot for that women's title. Her, Jada Parker, Keilani Jordan. So, she's got a busy week ahead of her. So we shall see on that.
Busy week, and this match was really fun.
To be shining through the point that you capitalized. Well, to be fair, I know they had Mini Monet as a puppet, but they should have not charged $100 for it. I could have said they should have charged at least $50 for that Mini Monet.
I need to find, before they start upping the prices on iguana puppets worldwide. I think I saw it on Amazon for $40, so I need to go get one.
Yeah, you need to get one because now that he's hot, it's like almost everybody wants a puppet.
Everyone wants a puppet. Oh, you know what I miss? I keep forgetting. Whenever I film, I keep forgetting. I keep wanting to come on with my Shula Fala. I keep forgetting every single time. Gosh, I want to have like my Shula Fala, and then I want to have like my demon iguana.
Oh my goodness, that is creative works in the making. But also want to give a shout out to Psycho Clown.
All the clowns.
Yeah,
I was really scared of clowns when I was little, but now I really kind of like them.
It's like, oh, okay. But we want to give congratulations to them because we have new AAA tag team champions. Sending out congratulations to them. I mean, that match was brutal. It had everything that you need, the thrills, the chills, everything else. But wanted to send congratulations to them. And Christina, well, we're going to talk about this like kind of when we wrap up. What did you think about this match?
Ooh, I liked this match. It had the outfits. It had the scary spookiness because of the clowns. I really like this match. I feel like everyone, obviously in AAA, everyone's kind of like a high flyer, but I feel like the clowns especially just put on a show like every time they come out. Mm-hmm. So I really enjoyed it. I was hoping it was going to go to Team Clown. I was going for Team Clown in this one.
Wow. Congratulations to Pagano and Psycho Clown on being the AAA Tag Team Champions. And we did have a women's match. And it was very interesting.
Controversial, to say the least.
Well, I would say shady. Shady and controversial. Natty was a part of the match. I don't want to misenunciate the other two participants. But there was a lot of shadiness from the referee.
Oh, Fabi and I don't know if it's you say Flamer. I think it's Flamer. So in AAA, actually, I totally like forgot they have heel refs. So apparently
Really?
this is one of the heel refs. Because I was like, what? This is something's going on. And I was like, wait, no, yes. In AAA they have heel refs, and I'm here for it. And I like this version of Natty.
Yes. Yes. And we're actually going to talk about that a little bit later on because Becky Lynch had a lot to say regarding this version as well. But I was very happy to see that version of Natty come out. And I thought at least somebody would have kicked that referee in the face because he was doing some shady calling. And I was like, ooh.
Him and his goatee were just being shady all around the ring. Wow. And I was not here for it.
Well, after the match, Natty did not take it very well, but she did have a good showing, and this will be a story developing in the long run with this partnership. Yes, he does. But also before we get into the main event as well, we did find out Conan was inducted into the Hall of Fame. He was inducted by none other than Rey Mysterio.
None other than the Masked Man himself.
Yes.
I love giving people flowers when they're still here to get their flowers. So I'm really glad.
Yes, and it was very nice that they took a trip back in time with Conan's history, not just with AAA, but when he was with WCW, I believe ECW for a little bit. Of course, he was in TNA for a little bit. So I'm very happy he did get contributions to wrestling and also the LWO, bringing like the Latin. I did see him cross over a little bit, the hip hop, the Latino freestyle. So it was very nice on that. But I was very happy Rey Mysterio inducted him into the Hall of Fame. So congratulations to Conan on this achievement. Kudos to him. We go from one Mysterio to another.
From the...
here we go. So during the Fatal 4-Way.
This was insane.
Yes, we had a Fatal 4-Way match for the World Heavyweight title. Vikingo defending it against Dragon Lee, Dominic Mysterio, and El Grande Americano. And if
that's Kaiser Americano.
Yes, Kaiser. Because we all know, well, Americano. You and I know it's Kaiser.
That's Kaiser.
Unfortunately, our other panelists think it's El Grande, but that's a whole conversation we'll have for another day.
They're confused. It's okay.
And also, I wanted to notice it because did you notice Vikingo was booed? Because if you notice, the last pay-per-view they had for AAA, he was cheered, but also for this one, he was booed. And I was gonna say, I think, and Boza kind of said this too, because this was on air. He faced off against Alberto Del Rio. So maybe that could be a reason why.
That's what I heard, that it was more so people were really wanting Alberto back, and that's why he was booed, which was interesting because he was so, I swear at Worlds Collide, he was just cheered.
Yeah, he was very cheered, which is very odd.
But I guess Alberto, he's big over there. And I don't know, how do we feel about Alberto? Because I've been hearing talks about like if he should be like brought back to like WWE, and I don't know. I feel like for me personally, he can stay at AAA.
It's funny. I think I don't think you were on this, but we were all talking about this too, because we know some of the dirt that happened with Alberto Del Rio, and he kind of should stay where he goes, because unfortunately
I think he should stay with AAA.
Yeah, he had not AAA, just anything wrestling overall or anything affiliated. But with the dirty laundry list that he had, I just think, well, you know what? It's very interesting because it's like if they can bring back Brock Lesnar, do not be shocked if they bring him back.
I was like, I didn't think they're gonna bring back Brock Lesnar, at least not yet. And
Boza, that too with Saraya.
With the Saraya relationship.
It was just bad, but I think he'd stay far, far away. But like I said, I mean, if they could bring Brock Lesnar back, the fact there is still an investigation happening, I don't know either with that. But
I don't know. But at least keep him on that side of the border.
Keep him on the side of the border.
Keep him over there. But no, AJ Lee coming out to pretty much screw over main event Mysterio was really insane. And the pop was nuts.
And also with the fact too, Yeah, he was getting reactions. AJ Styles, even like El Grande, like you saw the other two fake El Grandes come out. I'm like, what is going on in here?
It was like the Spider-Man. Everyone's like, and I was like,
I know. And
Grandes and lattes are there.
And Bosa, you took the words out of my mouth. AJ Styles still wants his Intercontinental Championship match because Dominic Mysterio, you, sir, are not the greatest IC champion. Because I heard what you said in the interview, sir. You are not the greatest.
He might be the greatest Mysterio.
Well, that too. People call him the greatest Mysterio. They call him the greatest luchador. But Vikingo retained the belt.
Vikingo retained. I was actually going for Kaiser Americano.
Oh my goodness! Oh my god! Could you imagine if he won that belt? Could you imagine like some of the heat he would get?
The people like Kaiser Americano. I feel like the Mexican people would have liked Kaiser. Would have been here for him as champ.
I think because he speaks Spanish. This one speaks Spanish.
He's singing the song that we sing at brunch. Like yes. He's just like coming out. He's for the culture. I think I was saying with TK. I feel like Kaiser Americano feels like represented versus Chad Americano. It felt a little off.
I know it's really crazy, but congratulations to Vikingo. But Dominic had not so great words to say after it was posted on socials. He demanded a rematch of Vikingo, and it's funny. His dad actually chuckled on his watch. I was like, "Oh my goodness!" He was just throwing the shade. I was like, "You go, Daddy Mysterio."
Daddy Mysterio was throwing the shade at old Hijo Mysterio, and it was hilarious. He was like, "Oh, I thought you said that you were like the best," and he's like, "Look, fam, I was intercepted by someone. Like, we can all win everything." But it did spark my little brain of eventually wanting Dom to hold a AAA title, because I would love to see him and Ray, and then Ray challenging him for like a AAA title situation before he retires, because I feel like Ray's probably gonna retire soon.
I think he is, because I know he's still on the injured list, but I think he did mention it many times in interviews. He would like to face off against his son in AAA before he retires.
That'd be great. That'd be like the epitome of just like the luchador gods would just like we can all just go to sleep after that.
We could all go to sleep. We could all go to sleep after that. But want to give a shout out to Vikingo for retaining the belt. But Dom will be getting his rematch at the next Worlds Collide, because the next Worlds
in
Collide
Vegas, apparently.
Yep, Vegas.
Which I'm kind of for, because it's a little dangerous, because it's a little too close to me being in LA, and it feels a little too tempting to be able to, like, in my mind, I'm like, I can go. It's just I can go like same day and come back.
Yeah, I know it is very crazy, but yeah, we got the announcement during the watch along that's happened, and we're gonna see it one-on-one in a rematch. I mean, only if Dominic doesn't defend it, because Clash in Paris is happening soon. So between now and then, who knows if Dom's gonna defend his Intercontinental title. But Christina, I just want to get your thoughts, because you were on the watch along and you were on the stream, and you probably said this a little bit earlier, but what was your overall thoughts regarding this, and did you have a favorite highlight from AAA?
Oh my word. I rated this whole PLE a 9 out of 10. So it was checking a lot of boxes for me. And I would say my highlight, oh my gosh, between Microman and Omos, between AJ Lee and Dominic Mysterio, and Mr. Iguana and the new Team Clowns. It was like everything. It was like there was no part of the event was I like, this is my bathroom break. Like, this is like, oh, let me just, I was like, no, like everything. I was like, I don't want to move from this spot. I think I just kept everything together until we did like the post show, and I was like, be right back, because I did not want to move anytime during the PLE. Conan. I love. There's like love or hate for the commentary of JBL and Conan. I was here for it. JBL, however, is kind of a crazy person to put as a commentary due to his controversial past. But as far as this PLE, I liked their commentary.
Yeah, it's very interesting because you mentioned JBL's commentary. Of course, the first time I heard him was Michael Cole when they were on SmackDown, and I just was annoyed at first because when they started doing it, it just felt weird because Taz left, and it was like, how can you replace Taz? Because him and Michael Cole worked so well together. It was just the dynamics, and it was just like, okay. But Corey, I give credit to Corey Graves. Corey Graves held it down. Him, Conan, those two really worked well together. And obviously, Corey did get a lot of positive reviews on the last AAA event that happened. I do think, and I think TK mentioned this over the weekend, is not making sure that it's not WWE focused, but also making sure you keep the tradition of AAA, because I think the first one that they did, they actually show the history of AAA because not many people are familiar with it. And I love that they did highlight stars who were there before they got into WWE, like Conan, Ray, Penta, Ray Phoenix, Eddie Guerrero, and Dean Malenko, I think at one point was a part of AAA at one point. But it was nice to see that history. It's just like pretty much don't take away the history. Don't take away the history and the origin of AAA.
And I feel like they did a good job on this PLE. The only one that almost pushed me over the edge was the almost win. I don't know why that one just sat not great with me. I was just like, oh, I like that he came out. I like if he's going to do a AAA run. I like all of that. But I would have wanted Microman to push him over the top rope somehow, somewhere. No, I think Microman could, doesn't have to be push him over the top rope. He could have pinned him.
Yeah, so but we shall see on that. But the next one is going to be in September. It's going to be in Las Vegas. So we shall see on that. But that wraps up our recap from TNA Emergence and Worlds Collide that happened over the weekend. And pretty much jumping in regarding WWE. It was a big weekend. And just a little bit of the developing story that happened also over the weekend. Apparently, and this was done, WWE planning Wrestlepalooza for September 20th. Apparently, there's been a report that's been, it was really much reporting around from WrestleVotes on Twitter has stated that a Wrestlepalooza could be coming on September 20th. Obviously, it's the same day as AEW's All Out in Toronto, but there's no word yet on what brand will represent if the show indeed comes in. Obviously, in recent months, WWE NXT events have been scheduled the same day as AEW events. Obviously, we know this weekend, Heatwave will be counter-programming Forbidden Door that's happening this weekend. But also a fact, too, Wrestlepalooza is a name of a former ECW event. And Christina, I just wanted to get your quick thoughts on this.
I don't know how I feel about recycling the name, especially if we already know it for like something else. But I'm intrigued that they put it at the same time as the other, as the AEW events. Or they have before. I want to know more. I feel like they kept it still a little ominous. Still too ominous. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Is it which promotions? Is it everybody except AEW? Taking down AEW is funny, but I do like the name. I don't know.
I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, look, it's not the first time it's gonna be going head to head. I mean, obviously, I'm not surprised. I mean, look, we know WWE is a juggernaut. It's the mainstream wrestling. They've been around for years. They kind of know what to expect. But also with the fact, too, it doesn't shock me that there is going to be counter-programming head-to-head. I mean, obviously, we saw it going back to All in Texas, when apparently All in Texas kind of collided with Saturday Night's Main Event. Obviously, with NXT Great American Bash, we're going to see it this weekend, as I mentioned, with Heatwave and Forbidden Door. Also, it's going to be interesting on what matches they're going to have with Wrestlepalooza, because with the fact, too, All Out in Toronto.
Is it going to be matches, or is it going to be like...
It's gonna be probably
meet and greets. Is it gonna be like a concert? What is it like?
It's going to be probably matches. It's going to be pretty much probably match. I would say a concert, but it's going to be probably a PLE event. I just don't know what brands are going to be represented or what matches they're going to have. But it's going to be very interesting what matches they're going to encounter with, because I mean, for All Out in Toronto, obviously it's going to probably be Edge and Christian returning to Edge and Christian taking on FTR, because if that is the main event, we will probably see that's going to be very interesting if it's at the main event, because that will definitely sell a lot of tickets, considering it's in Toronto, they're from Canada. It's just what match would it encounter it. But this is a
Christian. Courtney, correct yourself.
Cope and Christian. Well, you know what? I'm still going to call them Edge and Christian. I still think of them as Edge and Christian. I'm going to call them Edge and Christian.
We have a rebel over here.
I know. I mean, yes, they're Cope and Christian Cage, but to me, I will still call them Edge and Christian. That's what they make me think of. Edge and Christian. Damn it.
Shout out to MDB. Shout out to Boza, who is, have you heard that Wrestlepalooza could be on ESPN TV as a preview of WWE on ESPN? I did not hear that. No.
I did not hear that at all. But
I did not hear that.
Shock me. It would not shock me I would not shock me if this was the first one that would happen. But they mama called him Edge and Christian. I mean, come on. I still think
their mom. Do you think his mom calls him Edge?
I mean, maybe when they were they talked about the story when they were teenagers growing up in Canada, and they talked about how they got into WWE. So, but to me, I still think of them as Edge and Christian. That's just me. But this is a developing story that's happening. We don't know what's going to happen, but we'll be paying attention to this story as it progresses. But also, we want to give a shout out to Zach Minner. We didn't want to skip you, but we do want to say hello, and we appreciate you.
Our bad. Hold on. It's Happy National Ice Cream Pie Day.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
That's interesting. I did not know that.
I don't know that. I like that. Zach always has the what's the today's holidays, and we always like that.
They always said today's holidays, but we do want to give a shout out to Mrs.
So
Cody Rhodes, Mrs. American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes.
I wonder if that's what Cody calls her.
I don't know, but Mrs. American Nightmare, Brandi Rhodes, she announced that Pinkerton's Baby and Kids Children Boutique is officially open, and this is actually her second business that she opened. She quoted, "I cannot describe the feeling of inviting so many wonderful people and families for the first time. Pinkerton's website will be up and running for online orders very soon. I will keep y'all posted." And also, Pinkerton is named after Yeti Pinkerton Rose, and it's on a jobber. But this boutique includes apparel, books, toys, and gifts. And the storefront is open in Roseville, Georgia, and items will ship nationwide. And also, as I mentioned, Brandi also runs a yoga and Pilates studio.
She is doing her thing. Go her. I'm trying to look at the Shopify to see. Oh, they don't have it up. I was trying to see if there's any of the merch was up, but it's not up yet.
I can imagine the merch is going to be so cute, and she's going to do business. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy Brandi's doing her thing. She's doing her business, also holding it down, being a mommy, a wife, making sure her man is the champ. holding down the household. I wonder if he calls her Mrs. American Nightmare. Probably not. I feel like Brandi would not allow that. I feel like Brandi would be suitable. But congratulations to Brandi Rhodes on this incredible opportunity, and so happy for her as well. And we shift over a little bit with AEW news that happened over the weekend. Ooh. Now, Thunder Rosa, she's taking a break from AEW for a while, but this was actually an interesting story that has been developing. And Thunder Rosa compares the women's division in AEW in 2019 to how much it has grown since. Thunder Rosa, of course, is one of the pivotal performers in AEW during the first 6 years tenure. So speaking to Controlana, she says she's happy to see new performers who haven't had the chance to shine on TV before getting the opportunity to do so. Excuse me, she quoted, while they are giving opportunities to women who haven't had the chance to be on television consistently. One of them is Queen Aminata, who's been on every Wednesday, which has helped her popularity a lot. We're talking about Sky Blue coming back. Julia Hart is there. Tekla, Ty. There's a variety in the women's division, and they have the chance to be on TV. They have the chance to try something new and show what they've been missing all this time, because some of them were injured or took time off for personal reasons. I think it's growing. It's completely different from what it was 6 years ago, and we're all growing together. And I'm very proud of the things they've been able to achieve and are achieving right now. And she was also asked if there was anything she would change about the division. Rosa said she can't think of anything to change, because if she did change anything, it could hinder the division's growth, and she wouldn't be the performer she is today. So, Christina, I don't know how much you watch AEW.
I'm trying to get better, Lord. I'm trying to get better.
I wanted to get your quick thoughts on this. So, regarding Thunder Rosa's comments.
Yeah. I feel like I can't speak to like the development of the like women's division over time, just because I'm not sure if I feel like it's gotten better or worse. But I feel like I do like when there is when people are like giving other women's wrestlers their flowers. Like, she is putting people, like making sure she's like mentioning people, making sure she's saying the different people that are highlighted. So, someone said to save myself the headache. No, I really want to get to know how it's changed. I have a feeling it's probably not. They probably don't have, from what my understanding, there's not as many segments as they probably could have with the time that they have. Is that kind of correct, Courtney? When you watch it, is it like, because I feel like AEW is like a long time, but I don't know if there's enough like women's matches in that time that they have allotted.
So, MDB, I'm going to put you in timeout in the next few minutes.
What's he doing?
He said, what women's wrestler in AEW has built on the star level? I started watching AEW in 2022. So I did miss like 2019, 2020, and 2021 during that period. So I did miss the first 3 years. But I will say from 2022 up until now, I'm not going to say Mercedes Moné. Toni Storm was able to build a lot of quality as a star, because people don't know that was the character that she built was timeless. Now, when she first came on, it was something her and RJ created. They created one of the best storylines within the women's division between Mariah and Toni Storm. And that got a lot of hype, especially not just on AEW, but also crossing over to mainstream. So that was also an opportunity there. The thing is with AEW, there's usually hits and misses, because at times where they do try to build somebody, but the story needs to be there. Now, for granted, and also the fact too, I kind of really said this on my watch along last couple of weeks, I just think they need to do better consistently when it comes to storylines that don't involve just the TBS and the AEW women's title. I just think they need to develop, because they had a rivalry with Willow and Marina Shafir. They dropped the ball in that. Like, you could have gave them a match at All in Texas, and there was 2 women's matches on the card. Mercedes and Toni, and the women's gauntlet match. Now, for granted, we do have 2 matches at Forbidden Door, but surprise, surprise, it's the 2 belts. I think this is something, and I kind of said this. I'm going to say this a lot, and that's why Tony Khan ain't. Why is he not hiring me? But I do think this is something that really need to think about. And also with the fact to not just building storylines, but I do think they need somebody to really be an advocate for that women's division. And I said this. I mean, this is no knockoff to Madison Rayne. This is not a knockoff to Kenny Omega, but they need to find somebody that actually does care, because all those ladies deserve to be on that spot. You just got to give them potential storylines on where they could develop a character. Granted, some of the crowd is there, but to be fair, I really want them to do it. There are so many other women, and this is no shade to Mercedes Moné, but I didn't like it when people shitted on the women's division when they wrestled her because they thought they were afterthoughts. You tend to forget they won gold before Mercedes got there. Some of them were former AEW women's champions. Some of them were former TBS champions. So that's something to really think about as well. Also, for me, it's going to be very interesting, and I do think that this is going to be something Tony Khan really needs to put his big boy pants on and needs somebody to really strongly advocate for that women's division, not just on AEW, but also you got Ring of Honor as well. And I know Athena's been holding that down. She's been holding
Athena's
the
been
I give her credit.
PHARAOH down.
I mean, I've been holding that down for her. I give her credit, but you got to pass the torch because now she is crossing over to the AEW main roster. You got to find somebody who's going to take over that reign. And also for me, there's so many stories from making potential out of nothing. I mean, I was even talking about it for next year for Wembley Stadium. You could do Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm. They both have a history with each other that needs to be talked about. And also with the fact, too, it could be a homecoming for Jamie Hayter going back to London because she never wrestled in Wembley Stadium. You can make a story out of that for a whole year. Now, granted, it's not like Will Ospreay or anything, but it could be something if you play your cards right. And also with that, too, we have Queen Amanada. And also with the fact, too, we also have some ladies that are hurt. So I'm still going to do my watch-alongs on Wednesday. And I do believe the women's division has potential. I'm not going to give up on it. I'm still going to watch AEW, but Tony Khan. I mean, I'm right here. I'm right here. Don't worry, MD. Jamie Hayter's coming back. She's injured from Double or Nothing, and she will be back soon. No, well, yeah, that's the only way, Boza. That's the only way Seth's going to take my watch long if Tony Khan sweeps me off my feet. That's the only way it's going to happen. That's the only way it's going to happen. But, you know, I believe they need to work on their women's division. But trust me, and this is no shade, but they really, really, really need to get their act together. Because they have potential there. You can always say you're the best women's division on the roster, but you got to prove it. So I'm going to be saying this a lot on my watch-alongs the next months. So Tony Khan, if you're watching, just get me hired.
Just hire Courtney.
Just get me hired. So, but anyways, it will be there. Well, MDB, to be honest, Megan Bayne was actually on Collision this past weekend. I just want to put a quick FYI. So, but Thunder Rosa comments. We also have some AEW news that happened. So this past weekend, because we had a lot of wrestling covering over in Japan.
A lot going on.
Yeah. Congratulations to Konosuke Takeshita on winning the G1 tournament. He ended up winning that tournament. I know there were some people that were not happy with the tournament because they wanted Evil to win, but that's a conversation I'll save for another day. But Christina, I just want to get your quick thoughts on Takeshita winning, and was it the right call that New Japan made?
Yeah, I am newer to like the different storylines in New Japan, but from what I have been reading, I am here for the win of Takosuke. I saying it right?
Takeshita.
I don't personally have a problem with it, but I also don't have a very long understanding of the history with Evil.
Well, I do want to give a shout out. So I do want to give a shout out to Takeshita I mean, I know people are kind of debating this online, but I'll talk more on this on Wednesday because I'm still learning about New Japan myself. Obviously, the stars that we love in WWE, they started off in Japan. They wrestled in New Japan at some point, so we knew some of that. But I do want to send congratulations to Takeshita. Obviously, with the Don Callis family, he's with that creep Don Callis, so congratulations to him. Very curious on what's next. But yeah, congratulations to him on winning the G1 tournament. Also,
why what was the main driver for people going for Evil? Do you happen to know?
I think because he wrestled in New Japan for so long, and plus they felt like it would be more outsiders. So it's like with Takeshita, he wrestled in there, so obviously that's going to be something to do. But also, just a little bit regarding AEW news, we found out that Nigel McGuinness will be wrestling Zack Sabre Jr. for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship this weekend at Forbidden Door. Nigel's going to have Daniel Garcia will be at his corner. Just to give you a little history lesson, Christina, last year at All In at Wembley Stadium in the Casino Gauntlet match, Nigel and Zack Sabre Jr. went face to face, and the crowd went nuts. The crowd went nuts, and just seeing them face to face, and people thought it was a dream match, but it's really nice to see Nigel in the ring, and just wanted to get your quick thoughts and about Nigel McGuinness returning to the ring, facing off against Zack Sabre Jr.
I've seen a couple of their matches like highlighted on social media, and I really like their matches. I feel like they're really high energy, and I like both of them. I'm wondering, let me see. I'm wondering who has been in the company longer?
For like overall?
Overall, yeah.
That's a very tough question.
But have they both been kind of like around the same time?
I would probably say Nigel, because I have followed a little bit of Nigel's career. Zach, I'm starting to learn a little bit about him since he's been on AEW, but I know Nigel's career, obviously, he started off like even Tony Schiavone said it. He started off in Cincinnati, Ohio, where he trained. He wrestled in Ring of Honor. I believe he wrestled in Japan, obviously England.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard his name. Like
went to TNA, went to TNA for a bit, but I've had heard of it, but I'm really happy to see Nigel in the ring. It's going to be very interesting because I do have a lot of thoughts to say on Wednesday during my watch along, because I do think Nigel McGuinness is going to get screwed.
Oh no.
Yeah. But
well, we're gonna have to tap in on Wednesday.
We are, and also with the fact too, we have bowl predictions on Friday. So we're going to be doing bowl predictions on Friday for Forbidden Door this week, because we'll all be making our picks, and we'll see what the rest of the the rest of our panel team thinks of not just this match, but also some of the other main matches at Forbidden Door this weekend. Also, this is an interesting collaboration that happened.
Interesting.
Yeah, this was very interesting, and this happened over the weekend. So White Castle and All Elite Wrestling have announced a partnership launching a limited edition meal kit called the All Elite Feast Kit, and this collaboration offers fans a chance to have a wrestling-themed meal shipped directly to their homes, complete with exclusive AEW merchandise. So pretty much the meal kit is available for a limited time while supplies last on
for $65 American dollars.
Yeah, so this is pretty much. So here, I will say this. So included in the All Elite Feast are 20 sliders in total, 10 classic cheese sliders, and 10 of the new cheddar bacon cheese sliders. The kit also comes with a 7-ounce pouch of pickles and 4 desserts on a stick, 2 gooey butter cake, and 2 strawberry swirl cheesecake. In addition to the food, the package contains slider boxes and VIP coupons that are redeemable for up to 12 sliders from the freezer aisle of a local grocery store. And the kit is rounded out with 2 pieces of exclusive AEW merchandise through specific items that are not detailed on the website.
So wait, they're sending you this package frozen to your door.
Pretty.
Is that what I'm hearing?
See. I don't want to say frozen, but I think. Yeah, pretty much. It's available on the website, on the White Castle House of Curd website. So yeah, the product. I don't want to say it's not frozen, but
I don't know how I feel.
yeah,
I thought it was like you drive up to the White Castle and it's like a collab. And I was like, oh, that's nice. I didn't realize it was like they're gonna DoorDash it to you. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about this.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at these comments because people are just giving it.
What's happening? What's happening?
I'm laughing at these comments regarding the partnership with White Castle. Oh my goodness! Well,
yeah,
I mean,
because it's not warm, so that's why I'm like, it can't be room temp, so it has to be frozen. I can't imagine it just being like room temp.
I gotta look at this a lot more because I was like, I don't think it's frozen. I could see it.
So, like, if I order it right now,
I know
it's not. Well,
I'm on their website too, and it looks like
near
it's
me.
sold.
So, like,
I mean, I hate to say this. I mean, there's not a White Castle near me. I think the closest one.
I don't think I have a White Castle near me, so I'm concerned. Like, if I order it, it has to be frozen. Then it's not gonna hold.
Has to be. And it's a very interesting collaboration too, because when I saw White Castle and AEW, I was like, huh, interesting. Interesting. I mean, I would go
$60 like worth of White Castle.
I mean, I would go for the desserts. I wouldn't go with the sliders. I would go with the ooey gooey bars and the strawberry cheesecake bars.
I am highly concerned.
Oh, really, MD? You live near walking distance of a White Castle.
I've never had White Castle. I do have a confession. I've never had White Castle.
Oh wow.
I imagine it's good. Is it $60 in the heat getting to me good? I don't know.
Yeah, it's very
is my
interesting
concern.
to see. That's a little bit concerned, but that's a developing story that is happening.
They need to further develop that and give more details because I'm highly concerned for all of our digestive tracts on that one.
I know, digestive. I think I'll be talking more about this in my watch along on Wednesday because there's just a lot of things I kind of need to.
In-N-Out would never. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
In-N-Out would never.
Oh my god, if they did a collaboration with In-N-Out Burger, that would have been so cool.
That'd be it. Actually, I would take a frozen delivery.
I mean, not a knock on White Castle, but I heard a lot of good things about In-N-Out Burger. So,
have you've never had it In-N-Out?
I never did because I live in the East Coast, and like I would have to go to the West Coast and try In-N-Out Burger.
It's honestly life-changing.
I heard.
It's honestly life-changing. In-N-Out would have thought this out a lot more. TK gonna order Courtney the White Castle never got.
Dear God, no.
Oh my God, we could do like an unboxing and we can watch you like unbox it and then like do like
oh my God. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. I mean, maybe I could ask Boss on that. But
I wonder if we have the budget for
that. Speaking, we should. We can ask her. We can ask her. We should. But that's just we wrap up AEW news. But right before we get into any additional news, we do have Monday Night Raw happening. We have Monday Night Raw happening in the city of brotherly love in Philadelphia tonight on Netflix at 8 p.m. Sure. Courtesy of Adam Pearce, he made the announcement over the weekend where Becky Lynch will be defending her women's Intercontinental title against Natalya. Who knows what version we will see of Natty?
I hope it's Natty because Natty version is like elite. The Natalya just has not hit the way I've been wanting it to hit. But the Natty version is the only version I want to see.
Yes, so we shall see with Natty on that. The boat. We also have main event Jey Uso because he had an event yesterday in Philly. He'll be facing off against Braun Breaker one-on-one.
Can't
We
wait for the
also
barks.
have, yes, getting ready for the barks. We also have the Genius of the Sky, Io Sky, taking on Raquel Rodriguez. And this should be a fun match between these two ladies. And we're also...
What? Oh, go back,
okay.
go back to Naomi.
I was gonna say, we also have Xavier Woods taking on Penta.
Give us a second.
After the whole debacle with the hat 2 weeks ago and everything
The
else.
hat!
Yes.
I've been looking online for a hat just like that.
They will finally meet one-on-one. So excited to see that. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. And we're also going to hear from Naomi.
What is she going to tell us? That's
Well,
my highlight of tonight. Is she gonna,
that's $1 million question. This is the $1 million question. What's going to happen with Naomi? Like, what is she going to say? Because it's going to be the status of the women's world title. So hopefully we do get some
right. Like, is she I don't know. Like, is she going to be leaving for a little bit? Is she losing it? Is she giving it up? Is she? I don't know. That's what I'm waiting for tonight.
And also, we're going to hear from The Vision tonight. We're going to hear from Seth Rollins.
Is that their new name?
That's what they called it. That's what
I love it.
That's what Adam Pearce said on the socials yesterday.
The Vision with the shoe. I swear, next time I'm gonna have my shula fala because this is insane. It's gonna be like different shoes each time. It's gonna be like slides. It's gonna be like a heel and a slide.
Well, it's gonna be very. I mean, obviously, outside of Naomi, Penta, of course, is always a highlight. Io Sky as well.
Penta's always
also definitely seeing Natty as well, going one-on-one with Natalya for the women's Intercontinental title. That's going to be very interesting. But all this and more is happening. Top of the hour, 8 p.m. on Netflix, happening tonight from the city of brotherly love in Philadelphia. And it's very funny you were talking about Natalya because Becky Lynch.
What she
Becky Lynch. Yes, Becky Lynch said this. As I mentioned, she's set to defend her women's Intercontinental Championship against Natty tonight. Ahead of the clash, Becky posted a video on Instagram of Natalya tapping into her Natty her persona, which we were talking about ahead of her match at AAA over the weekend. And the video featured clips from their days on SmackDown from 2016 to 2017, showing Natalya attacking Becky from behind. Becky captioned the video saying, bring this version of Natty. I'm sick of Natalya. P.S. I never forget. And the last time they met in singles competition was the September 18th, 2023 episode of WWE Raw, with Becky successfully defending her NXT Women's Championship match.
I mean,
do you agree with that?
I agree as far as the bring the Natty Neidhart. Absolutely. That's the only version I ever want to see ever again. I don't know. But Natalya just
I actually would like to.
Natalya just didn't hit. Yeah, Becky might be a little scared of Natty, actually.
I mean, I would be scared of Natty. Like, I'm talking about the Natty that was at Bloodsport at the Independence. Yes, I'm talking about the one that faced off against Masha Slamovich. That is the Natty that I really want to see.
I was like, where's she been this whole time? Just cooked up in there.
So, but I don't know. It depends with WWE. It's like, I know they're trying to make Natty Neidhart in the indies, but I don't know why WWE does it. But I'm telling you, if WWE lets it happen and they open the quote-unquote Forbidden Door, that would definitely
It's over. It's over. I'll be like, yes, give her a title run. Yes, I want to see it all.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't mind seeing her go for the women's Intercontinental title. I wouldn't mind seeing her go for the U.S. women's title. I wouldn't even mind seeing, like, her bring out that persona. Like, if somebody messed with Maxine, I would love for somebody to bring out that persona of her. Like, if somebody messed with Maxine, bringing her that Natty Neidhart.
I feel like Natty Neidhart would have, like, her version of the Secret Herbis. I feel like, because she always comes out with those group of guys. I'll be like, she would.
Yeah, she does. She does. but it would be really cool to see because I know.
Or maybe
her
the
and
secret
Maxine-
Hervis are like, I'm so scared of
Oh.
Natty, I'm gonna go work for Natty, and they turn on.
Oh my God,
Chelsea.
Alba and Piper. Oh my
That's
God,
Dewdrop.
Chelsea without her secret Hervis, but they need. Well, of course, she's needed because she's with Ethan. So
That's true.
she's with Ethan, but I would like to see that version of Natalya, Natty, Neidhart. I mean, it's time. Like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys?
I didn't
doing?
realize that was all in there, and I feel like I've been cheated.
But this is actually an interesting story that came up from the Hollywood Reporter, and they ranked the 10 wrestlers turned actors ranked. And this was actually very interesting, and I shared this in our chat. Obviously, they did this list, which I thought was pretty interesting. So the Hollywood Reporter has ranked the top 10 wrestlers turned actors. A number of notable names missed the cut, but they kind of gave a shout out to people who honorable mentions, including Stacy Keibler, Randy Orton, CM Punk, The Miz, MJF, Macho Man, Mercedes Moné, Stone Cold, Goldberg, DDP, Triple H, Becky, Chris Jericho. But I'm gonna go through this list, and I'm actually gonna start off with number 10. So,
we're going to the bottom.
So obviously, we're going to the bottom on this. I'd rather do it from 10 to 1. So number 10 is Andre the Giant. Obviously,
Cinema.
He did the role in The Princess Bride. Yes, Cinema. Number 9 is Jesse the Body Ventura.
Okay.
Number 8 is Paul Wright, aka formerly known as The Big Show.
What was he in? Jingle All the Way, The Water Boy.
Yes, he was Captain Insano in The Water Boy.
I didn't know
he was Captain Insano, and he played.
Show?
Yes, and also he played the huge Santa in Jingle All the Way.
Oh,
yes, he did. That was him. Number 7 is Hulk Hogan. Number 7 is Hulk Hogan.
All right, wait.
Number 6 is Kevin Nash.
He was in
number 5.
Shout out to him.
Number 5, Adam Copeland.
What does his mom call him?
Edge.
Edge. His mom calls him Edge.
Edge. And also with the fact too, I know he was recently nominated for an Emmy for his recent role that he did.
He was really good on Vikings. That was a good show.
He was. Number 4, Roddy Piper. Number 3, John Cena.
Shout out to him. It's weird they didn't use a picture of him. The picture is just blank.
I know. Number 2, The Rock. Well, people know him as Dwayne Johnson, but we know him as The Rock.
That's my Rock. Absolutely.
Yes.
Shout out to him.
And number 1, Dave Bautista.
Actually, as much as I love The Rock, I agree with the Dave Bautista, but Dave is a really good actor.
Yes, he has shown a lot. Dave has been a very, very, very good actor.
What's my favorite one? The one with it was the end of the world, and it was the edge of the cabin at the end of that's Cinema. That was great.
Oh my goodness. Now, Christina, do you feel good about this list that the Hollywood Reporter out? How do you feel about this top 10?
I feel good. I feel good. There are some that I didn't even know that they had. Like, I just learned Big Show had a show, which I feel bad that I didn't know that. But I feel good about the list. I would say the top 3 are correct. Yeah. No, The Rock's earlier films were good.
Gridiron Gang was a really
Gridiron Gang, Walking Tall. No, those were good. But Bautista in the
and he was also in the Mummy too with Brendan Fraser. The Mummy Returns.
Yeah. No, The Rock. It's hard between The Rock and Bautista, but I think he just with the cabin at the end of the world or whatever it was. That one just that one took me out.
I'm actually okay with this list. I'm happy they did give an honorable mention to Chris Jericho. Yay! I was very happy.
What was he in?
He, I had to look that up too because I know he was crossed over a lot. I know you would think of me being that, but I know he was in. He was in a few films. He was in a few films. I know he did.
Hold on, team. I'm finding out right now. I guess he had He was in Terrifier?
Yes, he was in Terrifier 3. He was
Why did I not
in
know that?
Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob. He was in Dark Match.
I'm shocked that I don't know he was in Terrifier because that's one of my favorite horror movies. Huh.
And also, he was in a movie. He was in a movie too. It wasn't on Hallmark. It was like similar to Hallmark. Chris Jericho was in, and I thought it was so good.
Well, shout out to him because
Yes.
I forgot. I didn't realize he was in all these.
Yeah, he mentioned about this, and he talked about it on his podcast too. Talk is Jericho, and yes, MD Samoa Joe should get a mention because he's on the series on Peacock, Twisted Metal.
I was gonna say, what is he? He's in Twisted. Clearly, I'm not up to date.
Yeah,
he said Twisted Metal.
Yeah, he's in the series Twisted Metal that's on Peacock. I know MJF. He's in Happy Gilmore too. That's streaming now on Netflix. But I'm okay with this list. I'm really happy they put an honorable mention to Andre the Giant because he was in The Princess Bride. I was very happy they did put. It was a very good movie. So I'm not mad at this list. I'm very shout out, and plus I love it when wrestlers cross over to mainstream.
I love it. Get your money. Go to wherever. Go act. Go do plays. Go sing. Go rap.
I know. I really do love it. And we have 2 more stories before we get out of here. John Cena. John Cena said this very interesting, and he said this while speaking of the Fan Expo in Chicago. He says, I think Logan Paul is underrated. He belongs in WWE. While speaking at the Fan Expo in Chicago, Cena spoke about Logan Paul, commenting on him how Paul is not a very likable guy. He quoted saying, I've always been one of those guys you don't have to like. You can hate me if you want, but I'd like to think I've earned people's respect. So what I'm about to say might not be the answer you're looking for, but hopefully you respect it. Do I think Logan Paul could beat me up? Yes. I think he's got a very good chance because he's really good at WWE. I know a lot of people in this room don't like him. He's not a very likable guy. Cena then responded to a fan calling Logan Paul overrated, noting that he disagrees. And John quoted saying this, I disagree. I think he's underrated. I think he gets a bad rap. He's not an outsider, belongs in WWE. I think his best days are still ahead of him. He's got championships in the future. I can tell you I'm not looking past Logan Paul, and I'm not believing any of the hype that he's an outsider who should be taken lightly. I'm training hard. Cody Rhodes brought out the best in me at SummerSlam. He reignited a fire in me, and I know I've got a very tough opponent in Logan Paul. So do I think he could beat me up? Yes. Will he have to earn every inch? Absolutely. Do you agree with John Cena's comments?
I'm gonna need.
Do you think Logan Paul? See, if Honey was here, I already knew. If Honey was here, she'd probably give her answer.
I'm gonna need Honey to tune out. If Honey is listening, or if she listens later, I'm gonna need her to turn this off right now. Because I'm kind of feeling what he's saying. I don't know about over underrated. I feel like he's properly rated, but Logan Paul put in a lot of work. And he is like, to my shock, actually, he is actually like really good. And for sure has championships in his future. So I think Cena's cooking with that. Ooh, and if
I'm not gonna say.
Oh, and I was just reading what James said. Some think Logan will be Cena's last match, so that could be interesting.
Well, that could be interesting because he does a few more dates happening. I mean, I'm not gonna say Logan Paul is overrated, but he has put in a lot of effort. I mean, of course, some people are gonna call him an asshole. They're gonna call him a dickhead, especially with the stuff he's done. Well, yeah, of course, because some of the stuff he did right before. Well, that's part of it because right before he came in, he was doing some controversial stuff, especially when he started off as a YouTube vlogger and everything else and that
absolutely.
Stuff. But I can't deny some of the stuff he's done in the ring. I mean, of course, he's going to act like an asshole every other way, but he has put some of the work in the ring. He has managed to get a few championship golds under his belt. I can't deny his athleticism. I can't deny the stuff that he does in the ring. Yeah. But I can't say he's underrated, because if you've been watching SmackDown the last couple of weeks, they boo him out the building.
If I see that prime drink one more gosh darn time, I feel like he brings out the emotion in you, which I think me and TK talked about this when we were watching LFG, is how Honey feels towards Logan Paul is how I feel towards BJ Ray, for those that watch LFG.
Oh my God, BJ. I remember from season 1.
I want to vomit in my mouth. And that, I think, is what Logan does to Honey. And I guess they're doing something right, because they're bringing something out of us.
That's like me with MJF. He's a great athlete, but he's a jerk. He's a big fat jerk. That's how I am with MJF. Great athlete.
We all have that one. We all have that one. And also with the fact too, he did get married over the weekend. Shout out to him.
So I mean, I'm not gonna say he's underrated, but he's there athleticism wise. But he does have a big match.
Oh, Logan Paul got married. Yeah, I thought you meant MJF. I was like, did he? I didn't know that.
No, not
Logan.
MJF.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. So said,
bless his wife. Bless his wife.
And now, and it's funny, they had a baby a couple months ago, and now
bless that child. Bless them all. Just want to get like the palm leaf and some holy water. Bless.
Holy water, but congratulations to Logan Paul. Also with the fact too, he has a big match with John Cena at Clash in Paris.
Clash in Paris.
In Paris, yep, in Viva la France. That's where it's gonna be. But we wanted to end it on a high note, and actually wanted to put in something memorable. So 32 years ago, if you've watched WCW Clash of Champions 14, you know the clip where Sting and the British Bulldog, they were trying to find their tag team partner against Psycho Sid and Harlem Heat. And you kind of know what happened next. 32 years ago today, the Shockmaster made his debut. Then that segment still lives in infamy.
Shout out to his mask falling off.
Yes. And Christina, did you watch WCW during that time? Or do you remember like parts of the Shockmaster?
I don't think I remember this part. I think I do not remember the Shockmaster. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I was like 32 years ago. I was like, well, no, definitely not.
Well,
at least not live. I wasn't watching it live. But like later on. Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, no, I think I was like 1 year old. I was like, I don't think I was watching it live. But
Shockmaster.
Hall of Fame.
Oh my goodness. God. Yeah. I mean, obviously I didn't watch it during that time when it was a present, but I do remember them pulling up that moment of the Shockmaster and Sting announcing that, and the poor guy, his mask fell off and tried to say the Shockmaster.
Look at Booker T. I'm watching the video.
It's just great. It's just crazy when you look at it, but yeah, that's a little bit of history. I wanted to end it on a high note to make you laugh, to make you cry, just something to give you a good feel on Monday.
So yeah, something so that we don't leave off on BJ Ray would be great.
Yes, but yeah, that's a little memorabilia for you on the Shockmaster. But that wraps up our Monday edition of WWT. And Christina, where can the people find you?
The people can find me when the stars align here on WWT Live, when TK tricks me, say we're doing one show, we end up doing a different show. And we just show up. And also when the stars align. So we're going to do LFG. That's been the plan. Me and TK are going to finish it up. We have like a couple more episodes. I swear we're going to. And also for WoW Watch Along and Post Show.
well, the people can find me chirping sporadically on WWT. Try to be on it as much as I can. Tony Khan needs to hire me for the women's division because I said so, but that's a whole conversation with that.
He's sleeping.
He's
sleeping on you.
He's sleeping and he's very stubborn about it, but that's a conversation I'll save. But
I feel like he watches this. I feel like he knows you, and he's just like, there's something that he doesn't want to bring. He doesn't want to agree that you're right. I don't know.
I feel like a lot of these people watch it. It's like they could be watching our show right now. Like some of their,
I swear they'd be watching you and they'd be watching Honey. Because I swear, things that you and Honey say, I swear they're watching you guys.
And I'm just like, I wonder if they're watching us now, but who knows? I'm just happy that we're watching our show. But the people can find me chirping sporadically on WWT Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You know, Wednesdays is Timeless Elite Wednesdays, not CEO Wednesdays. It is Timeless Elite Wednesdays because AEW will be in Scotland this week. Please do not give me any spoilers, ladies and gentlemen. I understand it's a tape show, but do not give me any spoilers for Dynamite. Do not give me any spoilers for Collision, because if you do, I will block you on Wednesday if you give me spoilers.
We don't want that.
We don't want the spoilers, but it'll be a special edition coming to you from Scotland. Also this Saturday, actually no, Sunday, I will be doing a watch along for Forbidden Door this weekend. There will be a watch along for AEW Forbidden Door coming to you from London, England. I think Boss Lady may be joining with me on the watch along because it's at an earlier start time since it's in London, but we shall see on that. Also, feel free to follow ISPW Wrestling. Yours truly is doing commentary, and we got some shows happening in the independent scene, so feel free to follow ISPW. We got some shows happening in the fall, so feel free because independent wrestling is alive and kicking. Myself and Honey will be at 90s Wrestling Con in September 27th because we will see stars from the 90s there. Terry Reynolds, Val Venus, Raven.
Val Venus.
Yes, Steve Blackman, so many other people from the 90s. So feel free to take a trip. Feel free to take a trip with us because we're going back in time to the 90s. And also feel free to say hello to us because we will be there representing Women's Wrestling Talk. You can also follow me on my socials at Courtney NJ11 because I do have some content put up. Please make sure to check out my interviews that I did with Francine and Indy Hartwell that I did at WrestleCon earlier this month. It is on the YouTube channel, so feel free to check it out. Also, like I said, feel free to follow me on my content because not only I have wrestling stuff, I also got some pageant stuff happening in the fall because I get to experience that and a lot of stuff happening. And we do want to thank everybody that watches Women's Wrestling Talk, especially in the chat, Special No Daddies, MDB, Boza, Aaron Teagle, Jeffrey, Cousin Ron, Maria, all of you, James Williams for hanging out with us on this Monday.
Shout out to everybody except BJ Ray.
Yes, BJ Ray. That is true. And Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
But definitely want to give a shout out to everybody on this Monday edition, and feel free to hang out with us and also make sure to check out my other siblings on the Kayfabe podcast, Will, Dion, and Honey. Make sure to check it out with them because they got some stuff happening too. So feel free to check us out. Check out all the team, all of our panelists that are doing amazing things, and make sure to support Women's Wrestling Talk. And also, I got to do this plug-in too because Boss Lady's not here. You need a coffee that won't powerbomb your sleep schedule? Savarista's got you. It's premium craft decaf and half-cap coffee, bold flavor, no jitters, made from high-altitude Archibia beans, naturally decaffeinated with no harsh chemicals, bourbon, pecan decaf, minted mocha. Yeah, they're that good. So make sure to check them out and also use our exclusive code that we have here. So that is the plug for the coffee that we have. And make sure to continue following Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. Have a great evening, be safe, and enjoy Monday Night Raw.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.